This is Arthur Godfrey. The film you're going to see contains some very unusual pictures which have been released from the earliest files of the U.S. Air Force. It's about America's #1 ace of all time, a man whose heroic exploits have made him revered and honored by Americans of all ages. He flew the kind of a plane that you see flying here. You know what it is? Sure, a Spad from the First World War. There aren't many of them left. And the man in this famous plane is the big boy himself, the one and only Captain Eddie Rickenbacker.
Hey, wait a minute. I want to get to this scene myself.
I'm glad to see you.
Oh, boy. How's it feel to be at the controls of this old baby again?
Well, it brings back a lot of memories, Arthur. A lot of good, some not so good, but I guess we had to do it at the time. You know, many a morning I'd sail around at 20,000 feet, this old boy waiting for an enemy Fokker to come along.
20,000 feet in that open cockpit? Gee, and nowadays we got pressurized and heated cabins. Didn't you get cold?
Oh, it sure was. We even had to come down to thaw out.
Well, they certainly weren't perfect, but for those days, the ships they flew were pretty wonderful. Here he is, way back in 1918, at the same cocky, smiling, hard-fighting Eddie Rickenbacker that you know today. By golly, that plane is exactly the same as the one you just saw. A Spad with the famous #1 on the side. You could do a lot with them. This old-time shot has a title. Here are some pictures of a dogfight over Chateau Thierry on October 3rd. Boy, I don't know. You had to have plenty of stuff to fly around in those flimsy little planes. It was a tough business, going up day after day, only the good ones lasting very long. Our young hero got just about every decoration that existed in those days. The Congressional Medal of Honor. It was presented to him by President Hoover at ceremonies at Bowling Field in Washington. It's President Hoover, of course, on the right. And here's a wonderful picture of Eddie with the star-studded blue and white Medal of Honor ribbon around his neck. A great honor for a great fighter, one of our greatest Americans.
You know, it's a great little ship. And I never regret the training I had on her, because it stood me in great stead all through the years. It's taught me many things, and I've used it well. Tommy, I'm awfully glad to see you again.
Glad to see you again, sir. How are you, Captain Eddie?
I'm fine, but gosh, it must be wonderful to fly one of these beautiful ships with all that speed.
It
How do you
certainly
like
is.
it?
I like it fine. This is really a wonderful Air Force. The training these boys get now is it's marvelous. It can't be duplicated. We have the best equipment here in the world and the best training. They talk a lot about the supersonic flights being somewhat of being dangerous. Well, the planes are built to take it. The boys are trained to do it, and it's just a normal routine flight. The training they get it's benefited me. I know.
Safe, I suppose. You're still here.
Yes, sir.
Look at me.
After 12 years, and you've got a lot more than that.
I've got a son, and just came back from Korea. He had that beautiful training,
Yes, sir.
wonderful training in the air forces, and it's going to do him a world of good. And in fact, if I was a young man today, I would take advantage of that training first above everything else, because it'll apply to any profession or any walk of life in their years to come.
No man has ever served his country more gallantly. In the First World War, Captain Eddie became an international hero. In the Second War, his devotion to duty and rugged courage were an inspiration to the nation. You remember those 24 days on a raft in the Pacific. In aviation, Captain Eddie's vision and leadership have helped to establish a tremendous industry. Today, he personifies both the strength of America and the opportunity our country gives to a man of courage. Our immortal ace, Captain Eddie Rickenbacker.